Good morning. And it is Monday. So, hopefully everybody's getting a chance to relax. Let your shoulders droop. Taking that breath. So this morning I was getting after-hour calls from my job. And picking up my phone, got everything lined up, made sure things were taken care of. And I am still amazed at whatever magic or voodoo or what algorithms Facebook and these companies use, because boy, they can suck my eyes right into that screen. So of course, instead of coming in here and meditating, what do I want to do is just sit there and flick through the internet, which I didn't do because I reminded myself I had this coming up. But it really is difficult for me, at least in this day and age, to just sit down and not flick through my phone, get distracted, take 5 minutes. It really, society really has made it difficult to just allow ourselves time to think. Or at least for me. I do not want to assume for anybody else. But I do value this little bit of time I take during the day here. So, what does the universe have for us today? Let's see if there's any advice, or maybe look for any resentments or triggers or angers that maybe we can take a look at now before the day starts so we don't get triggered later on. Actually, it feels good just to stretch. So, here we have my stack. I'm going to divide it into 3, each one being a thread going out to the universe, and each one being a different conversation based on which thread we pull. So with today being Monday, I'm just relaxing here. Let's see what's at the heart of the matter. Let's go with this center stack today. So I'm going to do my 3 and 1. And I'm going to do the stream of consciousness. Using my intuition, I'm just going to read each card as I go through, reading it like a story, turning over one page at a time. And sometimes I may think I know where things are going until I turn over the last page, and that can change everything. So let's turn the first page here, which is the Ace of Swords. And swords are about getting your thoughts together. Swords are about formulating those new ideas when we deal with the ace. But when it's reversed, it's about not finding that inspiration, not finding that, maybe it's just early morning, or you're in the middle of the day and there's like a brain fog, or it's just maybe even not able to devise a plan or come up with something. In the next card we have the Empress. So the Empress is more about looking at ourselves. So she is the one who's sitting here taking a look at the kingdom, at our whole environment, everything around us. She is about making sure that things are going smoothly. She is about the kingdom, the love of the kingdom, taking care of the kingdom. So in other words, it's one of those situations where if her kingdom is having issues, strife, same thing with our life, where we're having issues and strife, it's difficult to focus on anything else if there's problems. So right here we can see about being able to take care of ourselves, take care of our own kingdom, our own selves. Let's see what this card is, which is the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is all about emotions. So swords are about thought. Swords are about coming up to a logical ideas, seeing things clearly, viewing things clearly. The Queen of Cups, when it's not reversed, is about our emotional health, feeling that compassion, feeling that love, feeling all those positive feelings. But when it's reversed, it's about not being in control of these feelings. So here we have the major card. So on the outside we have the two minors. And keep in mind that court cards can be a person. Court cards could be ourselves. Court cards could be others. But the big thing here is that we see that there is a lack of balance between heart and mind. Heart and mind, emotion and thought. And the Empress is about balancing both of those. The Empress will do what she needs to do to protect the kingdom. She can be harsh, she can be brutal, she can be, but she's not doing it to just be that way. She's making sure that her children are taken care of, and her children. She's making sure that everything is set right. So right now, this is reflecting the heart and mind, thought and emotion are out of balance. And there's a strong need to take this strong feminine side, this intuition, to understand both and to balance it out. So I'm going to turn over the advice card. So fives, and this is the Five of Wands. And take a look at this. So when we are having issues, when we're striving between issues between heart and mind, thought and feelings, this is like an internal turmoil going on. Look at these here. But I want you to notice something important is that these five are just more like in a threatening pose. Nobody's hitting anybody. Nobody's actually making contact. It's that struggle, that pull back and forth. It's that trying to make decisions. But when we're not grounded, I mean, the Empress is about being grounded. It's about centering ourselves. And what she's saying here is that this came out reversed. So when a five is reversed, it's that point where we recognize that there is a challenge, that there is an issue, that there's an imbalance. We recognize it, and the five reversed is where we start to accept that challenge and make a difference and make a change. So what we have here is that today we need to really just recognize. We need to make sure that we understand how we're feeling, why we're feeling, and what we're feeling. This morning I was getting those calls. Okay. I was thinking about also, am I going to be able to come in here to do the meditation? Am I going to be able to do this one? And I just don't like getting the morning calls. So that can kind of throw my day off if I want, especially when I'm having difficulty getting hold of somebody. Or it could be something deeper where, I mean, there's a reason why some of us do take the anti-anxiety medicines, right? Sometimes it's just our days go out of balance. But this shows us that we can present a strong influence over that. And it's not an influence of, say, the emperor or a king, which would be us beating ourselves up, saying, you should, you shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be thinking that way. You should just have control of your emotions. That's not what the Empress is about. The Empress is about understanding, being there. She is the Earth Mother. So she recognizes that we are going to have periods where we just don't know why. We're just feeling that anxiety. And it's influencing how we think, and it's influencing how we feel. And we feel this turmoil inside. And we need to turn to that inner Earth Mother, that inner self, that inner person that says, it's okay. You may not even understand why you're feeling this way, she would say. But maybe you don't need to understand to be able to move forward. Just accept it. You know what? Right now, heart and mind, anxiety, and confusion. Life is just struggling this very minute. Be compassionate with yourself. Give yourself a break. Turn that 5 around the way it says here and stop fighting yourself. If you can stop fighting yourself, then you can stop fighting maybe the other issues that are going around us. But the focus is on home. The focus is on self. Maybe the acceptance that it's like right now I'm just going to have that imbalance. I'm just going to have to not feel okay right now. And I have to be okay with not being okay. And that's what the Empress, the Earth Mother, would be saying to us is sometimes we just have to be okay with not being okay. Most important thing is just ending that internal strife, right? Letting it go. So, and with that, I hope everybody here has an amazing day, an amazing start to their week. And I will be here tomorrow again at 7:15. And also I have a review of a new tarot deck coming out, so I'm going to put that video out within the next couple days. So with that, again, I hope you do have that amazing day. And take care of yourself, and I'll see you tomorrow.